for me, I ride for you, ride for you.
I'm your rider, passenger side of my king, your queen on website. Yeah, on the gun and we on the run. Love you like it's my business. All these other bitches, they can get the business. Ladies, if you feel me, can I get a witness? I can't be the only one that's been so deep in love. Can't see nobody but us. Y'all talking crazy, yeah, okay, go ahead and judge me. Ain't nobody else above and that can touch me. We ride, we made a commitment to hold each other down forever. So it's no surprise that you got my back, and boy, I got your back too, through whatever.
You know I get it, so that mean you get it.
She's the first lady of DTLR. She's in charge of marketing, promotions, including clubs, schools, and community events. She's a graduate of University of Central Florida in Mass Communications and Marketing. Give a round of applause for Robin Webster.
You better watch out. Some guys.
Good afternoon. How are you guys doing today? Good. My name is Robin Weber. Not Webster. But Weber. So as they were saying, I am the Florida marketing rep for DTLR. For those of you who are not familiar, DTLR stands for Downtown Locker Room, and we are an urban retailer in clothing. So we have over 100 stores across the East Coast, so it is my job to do the marketing aspects for Florida. 1 minute, sorry, I'm out of breath. I don't know why. So a little background about myself. I graduated from UCF. I have a bachelor's degree in mass communications and a minor in marketing. So I jump-started my career straight out of high school. At 18, I started with an unpaid internship with Cox Media Group doing promotional work for Power 95.3. So that's kind of how I started. I was in an internship group with about 12 people. At the end of my intern group, I was the only one offered a position, so I took it. So I worked for Cox Media Group for 6 years, learning the ins and outs of the radio life. So I started again from an unpaid internship to working full-time, working with all these different radio stations and really getting to know promotions and entertainment. So my 6th year at Cox Media, I found DTLR. I wasn't looking for it. It just kind of came to me. So I was actually introduced to DTLR by one of my colleagues. They were about to open in the Florida region, and they were looking for a marketing rep. So she told me, she was like, look, you need to go for this job. It's you. Like, you'll love it. You got to do it. So I knew nothing about the company at that point because, again, it wasn't here yet. So I never even heard of them. I didn't know if it was something I was willing to leave where I've been for 6 years for, you know. So after doing some research, I actually even drove to Atlanta to see one of the stores firsthand to see if it was something that I would like to represent. And I fell in love instantly. Again, if you're not familiar, we're very urban, all about hip hop, and that's just my thing. So I interviewed for the job, and clearly I got it. So I've been here 3.5 years. Like I said, I started up the Florida region, so I'm really proud of that. We have 11 stores here in Florida. We'll have 13 by the end of September. So everything that we've done thus far, I would like to say that I've taken a lot of into that. You know, I have something to do with that, so I do pride myself with that. And DTLR has been around 31 years. I'm the first and only female to ever have my position with the company. Yeah, thank you. I was also the youngest in my department when I was brought on. I was 24 when I was brought on, so again, I do pride myself with that, sorry, but I do. So, thank you. So what my job entails, we don't run like a regular retailer. We're very hands-on with our consumer. Our tagline is your fashion, your lifestyle. So we know that, you know, there's a lifestyle behind the people who shop with us. So wherever our consumers at, even when they're not in the store, we're with them. So we're at the clubs, we're at concerts, we're at these big events that our consumers are at. We also usually sell tickets for these events as well. So you're coming, you're buying your clothes for the event, and you're also buying your ticket right then and there. So it's all in one. Also, we do a lot of school events with middle schools, high schools, colleges, doing, you know, football games, high school games, or basketball games. just talking to the students in general. So, and then we do a lot of community events. We do free haircuts inside of our stores. We do free cookouts. We go to food banks and we're feeding the homeless. So we do all this on a monthly basis. Like, it's constant. It's not annual events. It's constant things. So all of these kind of events that take place in the Florida region, it's my job to execute and to plan them. So I do have a lot on my plate to make sure, because right now we're in Orlando, we're in Jacksonville, we're in Tallahassee, Tampa, and St. Pete. Like I said, by September, we'll be in Gainesville and Sanford. So I'm a one-woman team. I don't have a team behind me. Like, I am the marketing team for Florida. So I do all this by myself. So, you know, like I said, with me being the only female, I obviously work predominantly with males. Even the people I'm partnering up with to do events, they're mostly males. And then we are a male-driven store, so all the consumers are majority males. So I'm constantly with males. And sometimes, you know, I think at first they look at me like, I'm dealing with you, and then it's like, yeah, you're dealing with me, and this is what I want, A, B, and Z. So, but as long as, you know, I come in correct, I know what I'm talking about, I get my job done, and I do it well, you know, I have no problems. I think I get a lot of respect because of that. So I know my industry is not the only one that is very male-governed. I know a lot of industries are. So I think as females, we have a lot of natural given abilities. You know, they're minor, you might think, but they go a long way. Like, you know, we have the ability to be well listeners. We have the ability to be well organized. We have the ability to be very detail oriented, and we have the ability to be very professional. So these little things can take you a long way. So don't forget, little things can take you a long way. So I don't know. So that's really it. But thank you guys for having me here today. Oh, you know what? Let me rewind real quick. Let me talk about some other things. With my job, I was given the opportunity to do some things that I personally wanted to do. I started doing my own artist interviews. I know it might seem like I'm a little nervous now because I knew this was happening, but a lot of times this is on the fly. So I meet these artists, they're coming in, it's like, hey, Robin, do that interview. So I was like, okay, so I don't have any time to really get nervous, I guess, because I don't have time to think about it. So, but I've started doing a lot of my own celebrity interviews. You can check them out on my YouTube page, Robin the Heart. And I also started managing my own DJ, Miss Marina from Power 95.3. She's here somewhere. So I got to do a lot of personal goals that I wanted to. So I have a lot more that I have planned. So I'm working every day to get towards those. So that's it now. So thank you guys for having me.